Come on. Hold Daddy's hand.
I belong to you.
All right, so Coop, what do you want for breakfast?
Bagel with butter.
I'm gonna drop Coop over daycare, and then to Brooklyn to drop the car. Take the train to the city. And a busy day. Being a parent in New York, you adjust, and thankfully, you know, my job allows me to have that flexibility to spend this time with my son, and you know, I enjoy that. I do. It's exhausting. Don't get me wrong. Any parent will tell you how literally it's the most exhausting thing in the world, but it's just like you get an enjoyment out of it like no other. Right, poop face? No? You want to listen to music?
Yeah.
What do you want to listen to?
To look off your butt.
Okay. Sing loud. Yep.
Why this make you feel like though? Why this make you feel like though? Why this make you feel like though? Yeah, they know what. Come wine till you broke off your back, broke off your back, broke off your back, if you broke off your back.
Supposedly, and once again, this is just what I've read. I haven't actually confirmed this, but it would make sense considering his shooting accuracy. It takes like 1,000 free throws a day. All right? You could be that person that comes to practice and checked off the practice box and say, "Oh yeah, I practiced today." Or you could be Steph Curry. And frankly, that's probably the difference in him being who he is and everybody else in the NBA. But you'll see that with those that win. You'll see them put in like exorbitantly more work. You'll see them do things that people are like, "Oh my God, I can never," right? 1,000 free throws a day. To some people, that sounds crazy. Like your arms would fall off, right? But when that becomes your norm, it just becomes like you're working to build that muscle memory. Is the audio good now? Are you listening? Do you even have the headpiece in so you know if the audio is any good? So we're heading to FIDI right now. Got to go meet one of my clients, have her sign some paperwork and pick up some checks, and then head to the office. It's not even, I don't even know, it's like 10:15 right now. Do you know why there's a guy with like a machine gun standing right there? No. This is the Federal Reserve. Supposedly there's a huge stash of gold in the basement. All right, and then here, just sign and print. I don't even need a date. That's it. You're good to go.
Really super exciting, terrifying, but really exciting and liberating. Yeah. I still can't believe it's happening, actually. Of course, Mike was right. I felt in good hands and like everything was honest and upfront. And it just made sense.
Dope. All right, we gotta go.
Okay.
I gotta get back to my office and actually do some work.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye. Can I try the midnight cookies and cream? Little ice cream ain't never gonna nobody. Unless you're like severely allergic to milk, in which case then it might kill you. $4.84. Or you may have to pay for it in Manhattan, in which case that may kill you as well. Hey, what's going on? I just wanted to let you know that your tenant was approved by the condo. So So we just sent him the super's email so we can schedule a move-in. And then I have your first month's rent and month's security. So are you guys going to be in the city at all? Or if not, I could... Who wants to go first?
Like on Friday, I wandered into this bar I've been going to since I was like 21, and I had this bartender. I've known her since I was like 21. I gave her some business cards like a couple months ago, and as I walked in, she was like pulling out my business card, and then she had a referral for me. And it's nothing crazy. I mean, it's like something in Jersey City, but just the fact that she thought of me, and you know, like I had this relationship with her just by like, talking to her, and like she knows what I do now, like what I do and everything. Like, you know, like who knows where it'll lead, but at least it's something. It's like, you know, if I can just keep, you know, meeting people and talking to people, like I can build those relationships, and you know, kind of like it can both, you know, be good for me and like kind of, you know, it's good to meet people, but it can also be good for work as well.
So, all right, I want to talk about a couple things, right?
Oh yeah, it's Mike's turn.
Real quick. Business-wise, I'm not going to get into details of deals, just because there's too many different things going on. But I want to talk about what you were talking about with like following up and shit, right? So I just now closed the deal for somebody that came from, from an art show. So there was an art show that I went to. The artist is somebody that had previously like been on my podcast and had grown significantly from like the point he was on my podcast to like today. He was at like 10, 11,000 followers when he was on my podcast. He's at like 35,000 followers now, right?
10, 11,000. I'm struggling with my 1,000.
Right. So I went. He had a show. I went to the show, and I bumped into this dude that runs the account, which has 1.5 million followers. So literally at that point, like, I sent Dylan to go like talk to him and video him, and we put him in that video for that art show, and then I introduced myself and told him what we do, and I was like, I'd love to have you as a guest on the podcast. So I have him as a guest on the podcast, and while we're shooting the podcast, he mentions that he has to move, right? And I was like, oh, cool. So like I'll follow up and like we'll stay in contact, blah blah blah. Sent an email, didn't get a response. Sent another email, okay, response. Sent another email, didn't get a response. Fourth email, where I was literally about to be like, fuck this dude, like I think you're special because you got 1.5 million followers. So he was like, oh shoot, I'm so glad you hit me up now, like we're actually starting to look. And literally just closed him, and it's nothing special, it's like a $2,900 2-bedroom on 116th Street, right? But it's pulling the person from out of social media world into the real world, and then staying on top of them. You've met Dylan before, I think so.
Yeah.
How are you?
Michael?
Nice. Nice.
I saw all the white walls. I thought the blue was gonna pop.
It will. What's up? You're gonna leave. Why? I mean, so many people aren't New York originally.
Wow, when you're born in Brooklyn, you keep it real.
So my mother actually taught my son, because my mom's from Brooklyn originally. So they take him to like dinner, like there's a diner on Manhattan Avenue called Three Decker. So she teaches him, she goes, oh, she's like, where are we going? He goes, Brooklyn. And she goes, what is Brooklyn? He goes, the best. And I'm like, no. I'm like, smells like poop. Hello.
What's going on, man?
What's going on?
I appreciate you for taking this call, and I know you're a busy man.
My pleasure.
Yeah, that's really competitive in New York, huh? The real estate market?
I mean, there's 25,000 brokers in New York, so I would say yes. But like anything, it's, you know, it's also a business where we see significant failure. There's something like 80% of the agents that get a license don't renew it within the 2 years. So, you know, it's pretty much a revolving door because people think it's easy. And granted, this isn't rocket science, but it's running a business. And most people don't understand that. Like if you owned a bodega or you owned a liquor store or you owned any other sort of business, you know, you'd be there 70, 80 hours a week because that was your business. Whereas in real estate, the majority of my peers don't look at it as such and, you know, work 30 hours a week and as a byproduct don't make any money and end up, you know, a few years down the line doing something else.
Nope.
Still going. Heading downtown now, go to the March show. Hitting the home run versus hitting the singles and doubles that is real estate deals. You know?
What about that?
Dude, I'm not telling the whole story again.
So we are at 198 Allen tonight. Is the public opening for Sweetheart Pop. Sweetheart Pop is an immersive, interactive event. So Sweetheart Pop is a festival celebrating and using art to communicate love and harmony. And this year it is going to feature Playing to Win. And Playing to Win is our art exhibit, which features 15 artists from Brazil and the US, and we've created an entire deck of playing cards, which is 54 canvases.
Yo, check this out. So you scan, just put it on, right? You see this website code QR thing? You don't actually need a reader. The phone actually automatically pulls it up, and then the link goes to this artist's Instagram.
An award-winning rock, been winning awards overseas for many years, but because of its very flavorful profile, it mixes really well. So I have cocktail booklets of all the different types of drinks you can make, with the cocktails you can make. Perfect for the summer, or perfect in the winter, or even if you make a hot toddy. It's a perfect rum for any time of year.
I got you, my car. Is that what you wanted me to say?
Something.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that.
Not that. I don't know what you want.
Just be like, yo, it's a long ass fucking day.
It's a long day. I still gotta drive home, but he wants an outro for me now. This is why you don't hire fucking millennials off of Instagram.